And we're about to jump into game number 3. Pad tying it up there in some brilliant play, just doing the exact right thing he needed to do at the exact right time. And we're going to jump into Antigua Shipyard here. What do you think of this map for ZvZ?
I really like this map for any matchup, purely because there's just so much contest over the middle. And it's so difficult to really take bases, because no matter where you are so susceptible to drops and run-bys. It's very difficult to hold any of the bases, especially the middle ones. Even though they're not gold anymore, they're still incredibly difficult to hold, because if your opponent gets the center, they have such great position.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there, because the way I see it, a Zerg can only go late game off 4 bases because they need that 8 gas, and this map just doesn't let you get 4 bases very easily. If you take that center one, then you can be sieged by infestors on this high ground, you know, raining infested terran, fungals, you know, you're forced to fight up a ramp, etc, etc. If you take a far away base and you just send a small squad of anything to kill your base and it goes down. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a 2 or 3 base all in from either side here, and then maybe if they gain such a good advantage where they take the the high ground, they've got better army, better positioning, then it might go into a 4th base situation. But other than that, I really don't see this going past 15 minutes.
As usual, I do believe you are right. That definitely seems to be the most common thing on this map, with players going for those 2 bases and usually going for Bainling all-ins or Roach all-ins or something very similar. It's very rare to see a ZvZ, especially on this, or just mostly on this map, going past the 10-15 minute mark.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen a gas pool opening in so long.
That is interesting.
Yeah, considering the size of the map and considering it's cross only, it's really, really weird to see 14 gas, 14 pool. Pad must be planning some major aggression here, or he's going to fall behind considering the latest metagame.
Absolutely, he's either going to go into some really early Banelings or going into a huge Speedling aggression, which would be really deadly, seeing as the builds these players seem to be favouring.
Well, yeah, again, like, since you mentioned the Speedling aggression, it's actually really good for this map, because the surface area of the natural is so huge. If you've got decent enough micro, decent enough control, you can actually just run around Banelings and just not be hit all day.
Indeed. So we're seeing Pad producing 4 lings, and there's his Baneling nest.
Before
so it looks like he's going. Absolutely. So he's going for a really early Baneling aggression, whereas Richie is taking his expansion. So
Richie knows what's going on, though. Look at the spine crawler in the main.
He does. He knows exactly what's happening. He hasn't seen the expansion out of Pad, so he's guessing just like, wait a second, there's going to be some aggression.
Yeah, there just absolutely has to be. There's no way an expansion doesn't go down by 4 minutes without some sort of all-in coming down. I wouldn't be surprised to see Richie throw down an instant Baneling nest, but it looks like he's confident in defending with queens, a spine, and some lings of his own. I would love to see a Baneling nest, but again, I don't think it's going to be finished in time, so Richie's going to have to fight lings against Banelings, and it's going to be very, very tough.
Indeed, and here we go, lings moving out across the map. Speed is not even in production at the moment for Pad, but he may not need it. There we go, we're seeing Banelings being morphed. That is a lot of Banelings. 6 Banelings and 1 Spine Crawler to protect Pad, to protect Richie. 4 more lings on the way and 8 more lings on the way for Pad. This is going to be really aggressive.
This is a very, very strange build because the lings are too far back. He's morphing Banelings in. You know, Richie knows exactly what's coming. He knows some sort of Baneling all-in is coming. Pad's confused. I think he forgot his lings, and that could be the downfall.
Oh, no. Absolutely. We are seeing Pad, we're seeing Richie create a huge amount of lings to try and defend against this. If Pad gets a good Baneling hit, however, this could all be over, but there's so many lings out for Richie right now. He knows exactly what's going on, and here's Pad's lings, but it's pretty much too late. He's moving in, he's out, but look at the split there from Richie. Baiting out a couple lings, and the advantage is so much in Richie's favour. Pad now throwing down his expansion. He's basically going to pin Richie in his base, try and catch out a large group of lings with these Banelings, but here we go, there's the engagement. That was a fairly good kill, actually, getting quite a few units. And here we go, and that actually went very well for Pad. Pad is going for it. He's going to try and surround that Spine Crawler and get it killed off. Also try and get the Queen. Spine Crawler taking a lot of damage here. Queen also doing a fairly good job of defending itself. And the Spine Crawler goes down, trying to surround the Queen to get that as well. Gets that too. And he's going to kill off... Oh, he missed the Lynx. He's just going to try and kill a couple drones before these Lynx go down, seeing as they are all on extremely low health. But that actually went very well.
It went okay, but if you look at the production now, it looks like Pad is ahead by 2 drones, but of course Richie has got an extra Queen, an extra Lava Burst, and a second hatchery. Well, Pad doesn't. He also has speed. It's very, very close. I don't think that quite worked as well as Pad wanted it to. He forgot those links, so the timing was a little bit off. And now Richie's just going to be able to defend with some Banelings and drone up major style right now. He's going to take a massive lead. And Pad's going to have to put on the aggression yet again.
Absolutely, he really needs to do a bit more damage. The engagement went a lot better than it could have gone for him, but now if he goes for the second engagement, then he's in a really dangerous position. We have Richie with his Banelings spread out perfectly to try and deal with this. If there's an attack at the ramp, and it won't get very far, and Pad is moving out with his Lings, and the Banelings are moving out towards the top of the ramp to make sure nothing gets hit. Oh, this could go so badly. But he's going for the Lings. The Banelings moving in. A fairly good engagement there, weakens them, and I'm pretty sure all of Pad's Lings just die.
No, some of them survived, but quite a lot of them died, to be perfectly honest. So again, a more favourable trade for Richie right now. 36 to 32. Pad's trying to drone so hard behind all of this, but Richie's going to have more gas. He's going to have better defense. His layer's going to be so much quicker. If he goes Spire now, I don't think Pad's going to have anything good to defend with.
I think you're right. We're seeing Pad with a couple more Banelings for defense. Richie going for his third, feeling confident. His lair is just about to finish up, whereas Pad is only just going for these 2 evolution chambers for those upgrades and hasn't even started lair or his third base. Wait, hang on. Has he?
No, he's got a macro hatch going down in the main.
Okay.
But Richie, as I kind of said, that he's just going straight for Mutalisks because he knows Pad can't have Infestors. He just can't afford Infestors. And as long as he can defend his third base, he is going to be in such a good position.
Indeed. It's going to go not well. Free base economy Mutalisks will destroy Pad at this point. And even 2 and a bit base will be a bit too much for him.
Exactly, and of course Pad is spending all his gas on Ling upgrades. That's very, very strange.
We may see Pad in that case going for another really aggressive attack.
Well, exactly. I mean, if you get +1 on your Banelings, it means that they definitely kill +1 Lings no matter what. If you get +1 armor, which we also see, it means that your Lings can survive a Baneling hit, which is absolutely massive in Ling Baneling wars. So maybe Pad's just going to wait for these upgrades to finish and go, but of course the Spire is going to be finished. Roach Warren coming down as well. Some brilliant timing here by Richie. I think he's going to be absolutely safe. I mean, these Mutalisks are just going to pick off Banelings, pick off drones, pick off Queens, but Pad is moving in. Richie sees everything. This game's so on the wire right now.
I know, and Richie has spread out his Banelings to the back of his army to deal with this. 4 Mutas are on the way, plus any more. Does Richie actually have any Mutas out at the moment? No, he does not, so these will be his first 4, but his third base economy is already beginning to drone up. The Lings are now trying to take down the rocks, but here come the Banelings. He's going to try and get a good clump of Lings, but good dodge back there by Pad, being very aware of his positioning and managing to stop himself losing what would have basically been the game if those Banelings had hit.
Yeah, now the Mutalisks have been shown as well, so we're going to see Pad get some static defenses, probably some Spore Crawlers. We see them going down now, and I'm not sure what Pad can do to kind of fight back from map control. He's trying to just swing around, and that might be the best option. If these Lings get into the third, he might be able to just about even the game out, but we do see some more Banelings being positioned on the ramp. Banelings going in, Banelings hitting Banelings, but that upgrade is going to help so much. If these Banelings get into those drones...
Oh, it looks like they're going to do a good splits there from Richie. Gets 2 drones. That is catastrophic. Mutas are now in Pad's third, and there's nothing he can do about it.
But +1 Lings fighting
so many Rotors right now. Richie's Lings have returned to try and deal with it.
Oh my god, look how good those upgrades are!
Upgrade advantage. and he is just going to try and focus down everything right now. Moving into the main, he's going to get into the drone line and kill off everything right now. Roaches are out, but they've been surrounded against the hatchery. The queen is being attacked as well. Everything is dying for Richie right now. Good hold position from Richie with his drones. The third base of Pad has been killed off by these mutants, which are now coming back to help deal with this. More roaches in production for Richie, but he's not able to keep up economy-wise. His economy has been devastated. The upgrades may actually be sniped for Richie right now. And so good from Pad here, doing so much damage. Roaches are dying left, right, and center. And the mutants have now returned, and they will be able to kill off these lings, but it's going to take a really long time. The hatchery is going to be sniped. It will go down. There we go, as well as the gas. The upgrades will not snipe, they were able to complete, but now Pad's going to go into the natural and he may be able to snipe that as well. More lings pouring in as reinforcements. They will be able to get this hatchery as well, and that is the lair. 12 more lings in production for Pad. 26 supply from Richie. He has nothing left but these mutants, and at the same time Pad is getting his pathogen glands for these infestors. He's going to be able to fungal those mutants if they go for a counter attack. The queen is now down. All the drones are pretty much dead. 20 more lings in production for Pad. 5 infestors as well, and Richie's supply count is empty right now. All he has is the units he has out at the moment, and no drones. He has no drones at all, and not enough money to build any more. And GG from Richie.
Yeah, that was a pretty crazy odd.
That was gutsy.